Well, hello, my dear artist friends. It's Maria Brophy, and I'm going to tell you something that might surprise you. Your art galleries are holding you back. They are hurting your future as an artist. I'm going to tell you what I mean by this, and I'm going to give you a remedy to it. But before I jump in, would you hit the subscribe button and hey, leave me a like? That would make my day. Now, if you've ever wondered why an artist that is in multiple art galleries cannot seem to make it work full time, I'm going to solve that mystery for you today. And it comes down to a BS rule that's in the art world that says, hang on to your hat, that says that art galleries shall not give the artist the name of the buyers of their art. Now, let me take you back to a time when my artist husband, Drew Brophy, and I were hitting gallery after gallery after gallery, trying to get a gallery to carry Drew's art. Now, this was back in the early 2000s, and we kept hearing the same rejection over and over again. Your art isn't good enough, Mr. Brophy. Your art isn't real art, Mr. Brophy. Come back when you're selling a lot of art. The rejection was depressing, to say the least. And we finally figured out hey, we can throw our own art shows. And we did. We would rent out office space, we would throw art shows, and we actually sold a lot of art that way. And what we discovered was that if we kept the contact information of every single buyer and we stayed in touch with them, a lot of those people would end up buying again and again. This, my friend, is the necessary component for a long term strategy for an artist that wants to make money full time with their art is to have a connection with every buyer. Now, one day, an art gallery owner contacted Drew and said, hey, good news. We decided to carry you in the gallery. Now, this was a big deal because this was a brand new gallery in Corona del Mar, California. It was a beautiful space, super professional, brand new floors, perfect lighting, very prestigious area. And it was such an honor for Drew's art to be carried there. We put a number of paintings in this gallery, and a few weeks went by, and we happened to pop in and visit the art. And we noticed one of the paintings was gone from the wall. And we said, did that art sell? And the gallery owner said, yes, that's sold. And we said, oh my gosh, that's amazing. And we were so excited. And we said, who bought it? Who bought it? And the gallery owner would not tell us who the buyer was. And I just remember thinking, well, how weird. Don't you need to know who owns your art? So, this is what I want to impart to you, my dear friend. You do need to know who buys your art for two reasons. Number one, you want to keep in touch with your collectors forever. You need to have a connection with the people who own your original paintings. This enables you to let them know when new art comes out. Look, you're not going to have a relationship with an art gallery forever. Now, sometimes you do, and that's great. But a lot of galleries go out of business. A lot of them change hands. The new owners don't get along with you or don't like your art. There's a lot of reasons why. You need to have the contact information, the name, the phone number, the email address, the address of every person who owns your art. The second reason you need to know who owns your art is because when you have a museum show with your art in the future, you are going to want to borrow some of your best pieces. We did that. So we had a Drew Brophy art show in 2018 at the Myrtle Beach Museum of Art in South Carolina. And they had over 100 pieces of Drew's art. And I would say about half of those had to be borrowed from the owners. And some of them were from something we sold over 20 years ago. And thank goodness we had almost all the contact information from all the paintings sold. The only ones we didn't have were from art galleries who refused to give it to us. Now, going back to that time in, I believe it was 2006, when we had this conversation with the art gallery owner, and they refused to tell us who bought the painting. That was when it dawned on me, oh my gosh, these art gallery owners, not all of them are your friend. I had this conversation with the art gallery owner and I said, look, we need to know who bought it. I said, I don't understand why you won't tell us. And he said, because I'm protecting the relationship I developed with my buyers, with my gallery. I don't want you going behind my back and selling direct. Now, he had a point, and I don't blame him at all. So, what I've come to understand is everybody wants that relationship, right? So, the gallery owner does have a reason to want to protect that relationship. They don't want you to go behind their back and sell to that buyer again after they put all this time and effort into it, right? Very reasonable. So, what do? You work it out with them. You say, look, I promise, and I will even sign a contract saying that I will not go direct and sell directly to this person unless my relationship with you has been over for more than 2 years. But I still need to know who owns the art. I need to know this for the future, my future museum show. I need to know this for my records. I need to know because I am a professional artist. I'm in this for the long run. And that's an important piece of information that every professional artist should know. Now, you might still have a gallery owner that says, I don't care what you sign, I don't care what you agree to, I'm not giving you that information. And then you just have to decide for yourself if you want to continue a relationship with someone who doesn't trust you. I own an art gallery in San Clemente, California. It's called the Brophy Art Gallery. And every now and again, I will have an art show with a bunch of artists, and I will invite my buyers to come, but I still tell the artist who bought the work from them because I think they need to know. It's my duty to tell them. I'm not going to get all weird and jealous and protective of it. I think that rule that galleries have where they say the artist can't know who buys their art is bullshit. There, I said it. So here's what I suggest you do. You work it out. You have a working agreement with the gallery and you honor it and you respect it and you make your own needs important. I hope this helps somebody out there. Please click the link to get in my inner circle. It's free to join my inner circle. It's just a newsletter where I give you oodles of helpful information. You will want to open those emails. Everybody does. And also, you get a free yearly assessment form when you sign up. And hey, while you're down there, check out my mastermind, which does have a monthly fee, but just check it out while you're down there. Maybe it'll be of interest to you. I love you. I mean it. I'll see you next time.